lovelies, and welcome to this week's EFT sequence. I decided this week that I'm just going to make this like a quick, useful one that you can use in a specific moment. So this sequence is for when you are transitioning from one activity or one situation to another. And if you're someone that is neurospicy, so either on the spectrum in any way, autistic, ADHD, anywhere on the spectrum, this could be really useful for you, particularly if you struggle from moving from one situation to the next. If that is you, then you would probably be aware that that can actually have a physical and emotional impact on you. And even if you can't specifically define what's happening for you at those times, you know you just don't feel balanced, you don't feel regulated, and it might not be until later on that you go, oh, it was because I was in between this, and it was because I was trying to swap from being in mum mode to work mode to partner mode to I've been away with the girls and now I have to come back into regular family home life mode, and or I've had to go straight from work to school pickup and into school activities for the afternoon, and I've had no time to calm myself in between. So this is for those times. So I'm just going to make it quite quick, so that literally when you only have 5 or 10 minutes and you need to transition into something new so that you feel regulated and calm while you're doing it, you can just quickly come to this video. So bookmark it, save it, whatever you do on YouTube. And it'll be there for you for whenever you do have to move from one task to the next or one situation to the next and change gears. All right, so as always, have a bottle of water if you need one. You probably won't need to make many notes during this because it is just a quick tool. But if you wanted to, you could have a pen and paper to write down any sensations, thoughts, emotions that come up for you and what intensity they're sitting at the start of the session and at the end. So we'll start on the side of the hand as always. Even though I'm moving from one situation to the next and it's throwing me off, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have to switch modes and that is making me feel emotionally unbalanced and it feels like an itching underneath my skin, like a crawling underneath my skin physically, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm moving from one of my roles, one of my modes into another, and I've had very little time to prepare my nervous system for that change, for that switch, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I feel really unfocused. I feel really rushed. I have to move from one place to the next, from one task to the next, from one way of thinking to another. Got barely any time in between these to let my nervous system calm down and regulate. Oh, and my body just feels off, like I physically feel tense. And I'm feeling all these strong emotions, just all out of kilter. Having to transition from one thing to the next very quickly. Moving from one mode to another. My brain isn't quite catching up. My mind's not quite catching up. It's off-putting. And I can feel it physically in my body having an impact. I just feel unfocused and unbalanced. The nervous system feels like it's creeping from a green state into yellow and possibly red. If I don't control this now, if I don't help with this transition. Having to move from one environment, one event, one way of thinking quite quickly with no time to decompress in between. It's making me feel very tense. It's making me uncomfortable. Can feel it having a physical sensation in my body. Can feel it playing on my emotions. Just feel almost like itchy, like something's crawling beneath my skin and I can't scratch it. It's making me respond in anger and frustration and overwhelm. And I don't like these sensations in my body and I can't seem to control them. This transition, I'm feeling like I don't have a good process around it. It's not smooth. It doesn't feel calm. It's making me feel very dysregulated. So even though I have to move into a new situation, I have to quickly switch my ways of thinking and the things that I now need to focus on. I'm going to choose to try and release all of the stress from my body regarding this. I'm going to choose to take this 5 minutes to honour my mind and body, to let go of what I was previously doing, to know that I can do no more on that what I've achieved in that place or that environment, or what I've experienced, enjoyed, done in that time and space, now has to be left there. And I am going to physically and emotionally release my mind and body, clear it, and welcome in focus on the next thing. Choose to let go of what was and focus on what will be and what is. Choose to shake out my body, physically shake everything out and tap away everything that needs to be left behind. I choose to be present in my next role, devoted to that. I choose to enjoy this next task, this next event, this next situation. And I'm just going to take a moment to physically sit and tap and breathe with nothing but silence so that I can move forward and ease into this next situation, feeling calm and feeling relaxed and confident. And with that, I now choose to release everything that doesn't serve me. And move on to my next activity. Feeling light and content. Eager and ready. Take a deep breath. If you need to, do another round where you silently tap on each point, just sitting in silence while you breathe and tap on each of the tapping points before you move on to your next activity. I hope you found this helpful if you do struggle with transitioning from one thing to the next. If anything came up for you then that you would like to explore more deeply, I do offer one-to-one sessions and also personalised EFT pre-recorded videos. You can reach out to me via any of my socials, and until we tap again, take care.